Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thanks, friend.
So,
Mom, it's a very, very, very important episode today because the things that I want to talk about are not things that I was taught.
Are you serious right now or no?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the subject that we're going to talk about is something that most couples divorce over, causes most grief in families, and causes people most stress early on because they don't get educated, and that is money.
Oh, about the money, yeah.
Right?
Right, I agree.
Okay, so I want to ask you, when it comes to money, which part of your outfit saved money?
Which one? I buy everything. Wow, this one Paul gave it to me to save my money.
Did he give it to you or did you steal it from him?
He just asked me and I just take it. He just showed it to me.
He showed you so he could show you his upcoming project and then you took it. So stealing will definitely save you money.
Yeah, save my money. I like this one, so I wear it from Paul.
What else did you save money from in your
Save
outfit?
money, okay. This is my girlfriend give it to me. That means I don't have to spend my money for good luck for me.
For you, but not the friends who are losing their things that they worked so hard on.
But now I wear it and he's more happy, especially Mama Mai.
Hello, Hunnay.
Hello, Hunnay.
First and foremost.
Ouch. Ooh, wow, it's hurt. I cut my...
my teeth are coming out. This top is getting a little tight. Okay, do you know, I'm not blaming you, but I'm blaming you.
What?
That because of the way our family taught me how to spend money,
Right.
it took me until I was maybe mid-30s to get good credit. Because I was taught some certain ways of spending money and saving money that actually worked against me and my credit.
Because at that time, I'm thinking different. The people, when you bargain, they look at the cash. They give you a good discount. But if you use the credit card, you don't see the cash. You spend more. You owe a lot of money. You know what I mean? And you have to pay the interest, something. That's how I think different.
That was mistake number one. My family always told me, do not apply for credit cards. You're gonna rack up a bill.
Yeah.
They had the right fears, but in life, you need to have good credit, so you actually have to have a credit record. You have to show that you understand the responsibility of paying off your bills. When you don't have credit cards, you don't show yourself on the map. So I had no idea when I was like 21 and trying to get an apartment or get a car that I had no imprint or any record of me and credit cards. My mom was very adamant when I was growing up, save your money. Don't use the credit card. The white people, they take your money and then you don't see it. Make sure you use the cash. So all I did when I got checks was stack it up in cash. I had no credit. I had a bunch of cash laying around, but cash doesn't mean anything to people who need to see that you're responsible about paying bills on time.
I misunderstand. I thought if you have a credit, right? And then you own too much money. Nobody let you buy anything. The best way you have zero credit, that means you are good.
So don't.
I think
Zero
opposite.
credit is.
Oh,
so that's
opposite.
So that's what. So
I
that's
speak
exactly
well
what.
at that time.
Yes, I'm saying you don't teach your American daughter how to spend money. Get to know at least one credit card so that you understand how to show people that you can purchase something on a credit card. When the bill comes, you pay it on time, and you do that repetitively so that you build a good credit score. That's all it is. That's what good credit is. So then number two. So here was Jeannie paying everything in cash. Couldn't get an apartment, couldn't get my own house, couldn't get a loan because I didn't have any credit. So now I have to build credit, right? Well, as soon as you're in the space of building credit, wherever you go, you notice you're getting invited to get a credit card. Walking at the airport, you could be walking at the mall, and you see those people running up to you. Hi, ma'am. Hi, can I help you? How are you doing today? I love your outfit. This is our new credit card. It's so gorgeous. Isn't it pretty? It's platinum. You can see your makeup in it. So if you sign up for this, you get that mug, that t-shirt, you get a free trip to Hawaii, and you also get 50,000 points on your favorite airline.
That's what my friend, she do the credit. That's why she gamble a lot and she lost, money and she owned them a lot of money, a credit card. It's a bad way too. You know what I mean? Yeah. You should build up your credit card. You have to use something for money, for clothes, for shopping, for food, that's fine. But not for gamble. You know what I mean? Some people they use that for gamble too. That's what my friend did it.
Definitely not gamble if you're trying to save your money. The misunderstanding that even credit card people will tell you is that the more credit cards you get, the better you can build your credit. Not true.
Right.
You should only get as many credit cards as you can actually afford to pay off in a timely manner. I had a Southwest Airlines credit card. I had a Bank of America credit card. I had a MasterCard, a Visa, an Amex, because everywhere I went, I even had a Macy's credit card. They say all the things that sound so good. Like you get this gift, you get these miles, you get this free trip. But what they don't say is, if you're not capable of remembering which credit cards you have to pay back each time you spend, then you end up racking up debt and late credit card fees, which then count against your score that you're trying to work. I didn't have a lifestyle or a focus to actually get these bills on time and pay them back. Having credit cards can be a blessing and a curse, but the major curse I remember is just handing it over because it was so easy at a dinner, you know, when your friends all put in a credit card, or putting it down when you just want to rush and you don't have time to go get cash at the bank. Do not get more credit cards than you can afford to pay back or remember to pay back.
If you pay credit card on the time, you don't think that's the money. You use it later on, end up you die because you cannot pay the bill. That's what I'm thinking, you know. Am I right or wrong? Make sure you have a good credit. Yeah. Finally, I agree. What happens? What's going on?
I want to ask you this, Mom. When it comes to lending friends or family money, how do you feel about that?
I hate that. Sometimes when I let my friend borrow money, I never see them again. That's a stupid thing to do. You love Mama Mai, that's fine, but don't ever come to me and borrow my money because I'm going to say no. I learned that already. I lose a few friends because of that.
Me too. I maybe inadvertently learned to lend money to family members because of my family again. And it's not a bad thing, it's a beautiful thing within my family. But my family loans money to each other all the time.
I have a real story, very
No,
good.
I have a story.
I have a good story.
Let me tell my story.
remember.
Mine is so good about,
my story
mine is
right
so
now
good.
is
No,
really
mine
good.
is really good.
Mine's better than you.
No, mine's good. So a while back, I had a best friend, bestie. She got with some dude. He needed some money to fund his career. My bestie came to me and asked me if she could borrow some money. I loved my bestie. She also was a Christian. I don't know why I should throw that in there. It just made a difference to me at the time. I don't know why. I thought about it. I prayed about it, wrote a contract out. They both signed it. I signed it. Great. Lent the money. A year later, didn't hear from them at all. 2 or 3 months after the year date, didn't hear from them at all. Started calling the phone. Nobody's picking up. Drove over to their house. Didn't show up. I started staking out the house. I started parking in front of the house like, where you at? Come through with my money. She comes out, finally I get her, and acts totally oblivious like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Has it already been that long? I totally forgot. I'm like, shut up, just pay me my money. Long story short, didn't pay the money and guilt tripped me for asking my money back. Wrote me long letters saying, I thought you were my friend. You should understand. Times are hard. I'm like, I should understand? You asked for the money. I think it was $10,000 that she borrowed. Can you imagine if I can't even keep my credit card bill straight to pay on time? How the F am I supposed to remember your increments to pay off $10,000? Oh my God, I can't stand her.
You better hear my story. My story better than you. My cousin, the middle of the night, she called me. She say, okay, I work at the nail salon. The people always, you know, yelling at me, something like that. I don't like it. And another salon, they want to sell it, you know, and they only $5,000. Can I borrow your money? I'll send her the check $5,000. As soon as I send the money to her, guess what? Her husband knows she's a gambler. Husband don't call me, but husband tear the check, throw in the trash can. Next day, she took the check, she put the tab over and she go to the bank, she cash the money. She promised me she's gonna pay me every month $200. She paid one time $200, the next time she paid $100 and never pay me again.
Yes, they always start out with the right amount and then they go down.
Right, $5,000 for 37 years ago. You know what I mean? And no more friend. Her son know about the story. Her son feel bad about it. Her son pay me cash $5,000. Now, what you mentioned the name for? Yes, I don't want to mention the name. Yeah. Pay me $5,000.
You guys, that's who we hang
Why
out
you
with.
mention this name for?
We take people with us who pay you back. Those are the people we still hang out with. You see that? That's why.
Yeah. His mom, would you believe it? And I never forget about that story. Even if I see her, I'm gonna ask her to pay me back so I can pay back to his son.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna do that. But
yes, all day. Get the money back from that.
If you love your friend, you love your relative, don't ever let them borrow your money. you're gonna lose your
Ever.
friendship. Never.
And if you do let someone borrow your money, consider it a gift. Put a bow on it because you're not getting it back.
Right. But anytime you let me borrow money, I will pay you back. I clean the house
I
for
actually
you.
owe you money right now.
Yeah, you owe me a lot, but you never pay me back.
I owe her money.
Ever. She owe me a lot, she never pay me.
The fourth thing I also mislearned. For some reason, my family doesn't trust the white man.
You mean you're talking about Caucasian? Are you?
I don't know why, but Asian immigrants do not trust white people, especially when it comes to banks. This is back in like the 80s, okay? They just really feared banks. The jargon, they didn't understand the language. There was a language barrier. These banks just look like they just take the money. It's just like a whole thing. So I was never taught to keep money in banks. I always kept my cash
At home.
under the mattress, tucked away in shoe boxes. If your money is sitting around in your home, it can always be incurring interest somewhere else. Even if it's as small as like 2% to 3%, that still is something at the end of the year. A really good friend of mine, I gotta give him a shout out, Andrew Lay. He's a friend of mine from college. As he started seeing me get successful, he casually asked like, hey, do you have a financial person? I know you're doing smart things with this money, right? I was taking checks, and because I was scared to cash them because I didn't know where to put the money, I was just holding on to checks. And he taught me that all of that money can be sitting in the bank, but it's the right bank. And he also taught me about investing. And you don't have to have $1 million to invest. You can invest even at just as low as 500 bucks. People even invest starting with 50. Get somebody who can help counsel you, somebody that you can trust to learn where best to lay your money, but don't let it sit at home because it can always be working for you. Another thing that I had to unlearn is something that I'm actually really glad to say to you.
About money? You owe me?
No.
If you love your friend, you love your relative, don't ever let them borrow your money. You owe me?
I'm gonna pay you back. Time is money. Have you heard that before?
Yeah, time is money. I know about that, yeah.
If you are spending a lot of time doing something that you could just pay somebody to do so that alleviates you to do something else that means a lot more to you, go ahead and spend that. Mom, you are always on me for either going to get my car washed or asking somebody to help clean my home. Even though I would love to sit there and maybe spend a whole day doing laundry, that whole day could be used for me spending quality time with the family. I grew up cooking for myself, cleaning for myself, doing my own laundry, everything, and I still can today. But when I need the help, I like to source somebody who can help me do those things. And that's why even you guys have met Marav, like a great assistant who can help me do things so that it allows me to have personal time to even take care of myself.
When you work hard, you deserve it, right?
No, I'm saying sometimes it's worth it to pay somebody to help you with things so that it gives you free time to do something else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you often yell at me for getting things done through another service, but that actually helps me free time to go spend time with you.
But that means you spend more money than you save the money.
But at that point, I'm okay with spending the money because I'd rather save time for me. What is valuable to you that spending the money makes it worthwhile? So I hope our lessons today helped you out. I hope that maybe I invigorated you somehow to change your financial plan or maybe even unlearn some of the habits that maybe you had like I did. And I hope you guys
just subscribe so you know what's going on and you can comment, whatever.
Yes, comment below if you agree. I love you guys. Thank you for educating each other.
Bye.
This is no shade to families out there. It's just my mom. I'm just kidding.